Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. So, this is a more serious topic. A lot of people always ask me what keeps me motivated, what keeps me focused on investing, saving, not really spending all of my cash, always focusing on getting more and more money, and not falling into the traps that many fall into, which is high consumer debt, living a high cost lifestyle, buying all the exotic cars and things that you would like to see. Why did I be frugal in my housing purchases instead of just getting one high-end house that I can barely afford and just rocking out and living my life trying to pay off all these payments month to month? Why didn't I go and have car payments on a nice exotic BMW or a $3,000 payment on a home? Why didn't I go into that student loan debt for medical school? Although I think that that is good debt, and we can differentiate the two. And why, with all the money that I have now, don't I eat out every single day and just enjoy my life more and travel more and do all those things? And it's going to be different for everybody in terms of what makes you tick and what motivates you to be better. You see, there was a point in my life where every time I touched $10,000 in my savings account, that I could not move past that. I would literally know that because I had this much money, that I needed to spend some money. And it started with buying a MacBook Pro for the first time, or a MacBook, whatever it was in 2011 was like the first, was it 2011? Like 2015 when I got my first 10 grand. And then from there, you pay for college, 10 grand going again. As soon as I built it back up, 10 grand going again. Then I graduate college, I buy a car, 10 grand going again, and then I'm making the payments on the car, which was 15,000 at the time for the vehicle. And then when I get 10 grand again, I think I actually got up to 14 and purchased a down payment on a home. And so I couldn't see myself getting $15,000-$20,000 because every time I touched 10, it would just slip out of my grasp. But honestly, it's all a mentality. And here's why. You see, even now, in terms of real estate, I'm looking to buy. Why? Is because I reached that threshold of savings that I was aiming for. And now it's, what do I do with that money? And essentially, this is a good thing that I want to maximize it and I want to put it to work for me to earn an income. However, I must also understand that every time that I see some prosperity, then it's time for me to give it all away. Whether it's to an investment or something, I'm still giving it away because I know where I'm at. I'm so comfortable now that I'm going to spend. And there are some people who are comfortable regardless of where they are in life. People who don't really know how to budget, don't really know how to save, and don't really care to. And the thing is, when they get that debt, when they get that high credit card balance that they know they can't pay off, or they think they're going to get paid the next week, and they still say, you know what, I don't care, I'm going to run it up. It's because they're comfortable at that mindset. And it's easy to get comfortable no matter how rich or how much money you make. If I decided today to spend all my money on cars, clothes, everything else, and then run up my card on even better furniture and making the biggest display, fixing my front yard, doing all these things, and let's say I'm in debt 20,000 by the end of it, and I was just chilling, I was just comfortable, I was just going to work and making that down payment, that payment every month. It's easy to get complacent. It's easy to feel like you're in a hole. It's easy to feel like you can't get out. But essentially, it's truly up to you to say, you know what? I don't want to live like that anymore. And for me, it actually had to do with how I grew up and not having much money to go around, not having the ability to buy all the nice sneakers that everybody else was buying, having to live and sit in my situation for long periods of times, and knowing that money wasn't going to just fix it. But what I learned throughout that time was, hey, I'm alive. I'm still living. I'm still doing what everybody else is doing, going to the same school. People don't ignore me. They still talk to me. Just because I don't wear what you wear, just because I can't go out to the corner store and eat what you eat. You see, I wasn't going to ask anybody for their French fries after school. I just said, you know what? I don't got it. And I'm going to do what I can do that's free, which was play football, which was play chess with some friends, which was talk to people, girls, guys, doesn't matter, which was do my schoolwork and play all the sports that I could possibly play. And when I went home, got on Facebook, talked to whoever I could talk to who didn't mind the fact that I was broke. And what you learn is that life goes on with or without you having money. But when you have it, don't let it go, because you know what it's like to not have it. You know what it's like to not be able to do with. So you had to do without. And then also understanding that you don't want that for your offspring in the future. And so I work a lot harder, because when I do have offspring and create a legacy, I want to give them a better life than what I've given myself. A lot of people are so fortunate to have been able to have lived an amazing childhood, to where they don't necessarily think about the repercussions of their actions and how that's going to affect them if they have a child, or how that affects them and their family members and their siblings and their relatives. And so I even take that into account. How am I representing the people in my life? How am I setting a good example for those under me, my siblings? How do I want them to see and view success? Is it by all the flashy and nice things, or is it by saving diligently and making things happen? When my family members call me up for advice and call me up because they are looking to understand something more, whether it's schoolwork, whether it's money. When people come to me, old, young, rich, poor, and they're asking for stock advice or real estate advice, and I'm able to offer that support, and I'm able to offer them the tools that they need, it's because I've created a lifestyle that is welcoming, warming, and open to only one thing, which is financial freedom. And I'm willing to share and give that, because I understand what it's like to not be financially free. My whole childhood was like that. And for those who have not faced that harsh reality, it may take them a decade of learning the hard way to truly revert back into what they're supposed to be, which is financially free and able to do what they want to do without somebody trying to collect the debt on the back of their hard work. So it's truly up to you to say, I'm wise enough to change now rather than later. And it's super, super easy to set a goal for yourself to accomplish. No more will I be stuck at $10,000 in my savings. No more will I be stuck with $2,000 of credit card debt. No more will I spend $500 on eating out. No more. And when you say that and when you do that, it starts to trickle down. Okay, how am I going to save? Well, how much am I saving this month? How much do I plan to save this year? Every January, every December, I map out the entire year. And in fact, from December to probably April is where I probably save the most money. It's probably where I earn the most money, because I'm just so focused on a goal that I achieve it so ahead of schedule. And then I work to get back there. After November, after that Thanksgiving, I'm shooting to the moon. I'm shooting to the moon. I'm trying to get whatever I can get to start the next year right. I always have the same mindset going into the next year, which is to be richer than I was last year. If you like this video, make sure you leave a like, comment, and subscribe. You know I post every single day on YouTube and Rumble daily, and I will see you on the next one. Peace.